Hey guys, so with everything going on right now, I decided to make an adjustable crochet face mask. I hope you guys find this video helpful, stay safe out there, and now let's get into the tutorial. Alright, so the materials that you're going to need, you'll need a DK weight yarn, a 3.25 millimeter hook, some scissors, a measuring tape, and a tapestry or yarn needle. Aside from the actual crochet part of the mask, I will be lining my mask with fabric. So I have this organic cotton that I'm going to be using. So if you're going to back your mask with fabric, then you'll obviously need either a needle to hand sew it, a sewing machine, or a disposable mask that you can put your crochet mask over, because you will need something behind the crochet mask for it to give you more protection. So we're going to start with a slip knot. And for the foundation, I'm going to crochet 18 chains. Once you have 18 chains, we're going to single crochet into the second chain from the hook. And we're going to continue to single crochet into each one of these chains. Alright, so that completes row number 1 with a total of 17 single crochets. We're going to keep that same amount, 17 single crochets, in each row until we complete row number 8. So I'm going to go ahead and continue my rows of 17, and I'll show you guys what to do from there. Alright, so once you complete row number 8, we're going to move on to row number 9. And starting with row number 9, we're going to start to increase by 1 single crochet in every other row. So basically all of the odd numbers up until row 22 will increase by 1 single crochet. I'm starting row 9 by increasing here at the top. So I'm going to chain 1. Then I'm going to do 2 single crochets in this first stitch instead of just 1 like I normally would. And then I'm going to single crochet once into each remaining stitch of this row number 9. So that completes row number 9. We increased here at the top. So in this row you should have 18 single crochets. Now moving on to row 10, I chained 1, and I'm going to single crochet once into each one of these stitches, and here at the top I'm not going to increase. So once you complete row number 10, you should have 18 single crochets in that row, which is the same amount that you had in row number 9. So we're going to continue this pattern of increasing and then not increasing and then increasing and not increasing until you complete row 22. So the odd number rows are the rows that you're going to increase, and then the even number rows are the rows that you're not going to increase, and you're just going to keep the same amount of single crochets as the previous row. So I am going to go ahead and complete row 22, and then I'll check back with you guys and show you how to go from there. Alright, so I just completed row 22 with a total of 24 single crochets. This is going to be the highest point of our mask. So from here we're going to start to decrease on every other row. So starting with row number 23, we're going to decrease. So let me show you guys how to do that. So we're going to chain 1, then we're going to single crochet 2 stitches together. So I'm going to insert my hook into the first stitch, yarn over, insert my hook into the second stitch, yarn over. You'll have 3 loops on your hook. Then you're going to yarn over, pull through all 3. So now those 2 stitches are 1 stitch. So that's how I like to decrease. You can decrease however you prefer. And then we're going to single crochet into each remaining stitch of this row. So I just completed row number 23, and I have a total of 23 single crochets in that row. So that's 1 less than the previous row. And the next row, row 24, I'm not going to decrease at all. I'm going to keep the same amount of single crochets. So that's 23. So that completes row number 24 with a total of 23 single crochets. We're going to continue that pattern of decreasing and then not decreasing, decreasing, not decreasing. So each of the odd number rows will decrease and the even number rows will stay the same. They won't decrease. And we're going to continue that until we complete row 35. So row 35 will be your last decrease, and you'll have a total of 17 single crochets in row 35, and then you're going to keep 17 single crochets consistent until you complete row 42. So basically we're just making this side symmetrical to this side. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'll review it when I complete row number 42. Okay, so I just finished row 42. I made this side symmetrical to this side. So once I completed the last decrease, which was row 35, I kept 17 single crochets in each row until I completed row 42. So now that we've completed the base of the face mask, we're going to move on to adding the ear loops. So these are going to be adjustable, so you can actually tie them and adjust them to your face. So we're going to move this project to the side for a moment. And for the adjustable ear loops, we're going to make a slip knot. But you want to make sure that this tail right here is 9 inches or so. If it's longer, it's okay. You can just trim it later if it's too long. And then from there, we're going to chain 27. Kind of loosely. Once you have 27 chains, you want to make sure that it's at least like 6 inches. Mine's like 6.5, so that should be enough. And then we're just going to make sure that we have at least 9 inches of a tail before you cut the yarn. And then you can just pull your loop and then just push down to secure it. Still have about 6 inches, so that's perfect. So you're going to want to make a second one of these. So I have my second little ear loop right here, and then we're going to connect these to our mask. So we're going to do a trim around the entire mask, and we're going to connect these as we go here to the side. So I'm going to place these to the side for a moment, and we're going to start on our trim. So in the corner where you left off, we're going to chain 1, and we are going to alternate between 2 stitches, a single crochet and single crochet and 2 stitches together. So we're going to start with a single crochet, and each row here counts as a stitch. So we're going to single crochet into the first stitch, so basically that first row. And then we're going to single crochet the next 2 stitches together. So basically the same thing that we did when we were decreasing. So we're going to insert our hook into the next stitch, yarn over, insert our hook into the next stitch, yarn over. You'll have 3 loops, yarn over, pull through all 3. So those 2 stitches are essentially 1 stitch now. Then we're going to alternate back to just a single crochet into the next stitch, and then we're going to single crochet 2 together, then back to a single crochet, and then single crochet 2 together. So we're going to continue that pattern of alternating between those stitches across the top. Alright, so I made it across the top of the mask. Since we were decreasing, you can see how it's kind of bringing in the mask. This will make sure that it hugs the top of your face, your nose, and that's exactly what you want in a mask. So now we're going to attach the ear loops here on the side. So basically we're going to be covering this part, these chains, as we single crochet. So I'm going to put the chains in between my hook and the working yarn. So you want it to be in between. And then I'm going to make my first chain, and I'm going to single crochet across the length of this mask. So I'm just going to single crochet and just make sure that the chains stay in between your hook and the working yarn. Alright, so I made it down the length of the mask. This is going to allow you to basically move the mask closer together, which is going to give you more of that mask shape that you want. And then we're going to finish the trim here along the bottom, the same way that we did along the top. So we're going to alternate between single crochets and single crocheting 2 stitches together. And I'm going to start with 1 chain, and then I'll just get right into it. Alright, so I made it across the bottom. Now I'm going to connect this second ear loop here the same way that I did on this side. So when you make it to the very last stitch, you're just going to finish it off with a slip knot. So that completes the crochet portion of our face mask. The next thing that I'll be doing is adding fabric to back the inside, which is important for protection. If you guys would like a video, I can make a separate video on that alone, of how to sew it on to the back of your face mask. If you're going to wear this over a disposable mask, then you're good. You don't have to put fabric, but I'm going to add fabric. So let me know if you guys want to see that. And if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel for more crochet DIYs. And if you have any ideas, let me know in the comments below. And of course, stay safe out there, you guys. Make sure you're taking extra precautions, and for those of you guys who are sick or have family members who are sick, my hearts go out to you guys, and I wish you guys all the best and healing. God bless you all, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.